All right, go for it.
Good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever in the heck in the world you are. It's the one, the only Senor Silverback. I had to roll the R's today, Bix. With my main man, Bix Weir, the man, the myth, the legend, he is the pathfinder and the purveyor of the road to Ruda. He is also the Gandalf of gold. He is also the Sultan of silver and the Baron of Bitcoin himself and the Grand Vizier of crypto. He is a legend, a myth, an enigma. Without any further ado, it's Hump Day, and you're listening to Big Weir and V. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
I've been crazy busy with all the crypto insanity going on. I
Crypto
love it.
insanity is great. I just picked up some Bitcoin today, so I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go pick up some Ethereum, so that's gonna be even better.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
Ethereum,
life's
Ethereum,
good.
Ethereum is going to have so many good news stories going forward.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Every company in the known universe is going to be working on the Ethereum platform to access the blockchain. So
yeah.
I mean, it's not even Ethereum has to be in the news. It'll be companies that use Ethereum.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, man. It is totally the entire infrastructure that's being built for what's next. Ethereum is it's awesome, man. You know what's going on with Litecoin, bro? I mean, Litecoin was supposed to be like the silver to Bitcoin's gold, but it's just like
Well, yeah, who said that?
I don't know. I think
I
I
heard
think
someone say that. I said, no, 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 no. Ethereum is the silver to Bitcoin's gold.
right, exactly. And Litecoin, I think, is the only crypto that's been getting its ass kicked.
Well, what's its use case? What do you use it for?
I don't know. To create light. I have no idea.
It's those coins that don't have a use case that are going to struggle. And if they're going up
Yeah.
against Bitcoin's use case, which is as a means of exchange and a store of value, good
Mm.
luck with that. You're going up against the monster gorilla, so to speak. And
No pun intended. No pun
yeah,
intended.
if you're looking to be better than Bitcoin, I'm not feeling anybody who is,
I don't
because
see anybody nowhere near on the horizon that's as good as Bitcoin. They're so far and away in terms of adoption, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of technology,
oh yeah,
in
I
so
mean
many ways. They're just ahead of the game, man. It's not even funny at this point. It's like everybody else trying to get a Model T set up, and Bitcoin's like the Porsche 911 Turbo at this point.
well the Bitcoin startups are gigantic. So
Monstrous.
I mean, how many Dash startups do you see, or Litecoin
None.
startups, and
None.
people focusing on that? None.
I mean, the only other competitor I see on the horizon with Ethereum, but they're not quite there yet. But they're getting a lot of adoption, at least on the platforms and the various instruments that are being created for. Is Ripple? That's it.
I did you see my video I put out a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Put out a video called I think Cliff's High's $99 report made me
Oh,
20.
I saw the thing. I was wanting to click on it. It's on my watch for later list. I
Yeah,
saw it. I saw
I
it.
go trade for trade because Cliff High came out with his crypto report, his first one. He's had two now, and no, actually, I think it was an Alta report at the end of March, and he said that Ripple will be getting some action coming up, and then the crypto report that came out a month later said, "Oh, by the way, Ripple's going to pull back because Ripple's pretty much a bankster coin, and the banks are getting into it, but." And when I look at the history of Ripple, you can see that before every quarter they sell it down because they're trying to book profits, the banks, for each quarter, and they're trying to get crypto profits in there.
Yeah.
And when there's banker problems, all the banks have to sell their liquid assets, which is the cryptos, obviously. So I made this trade. I put in like $3,500 for like a month and a half, and I ended
Yeah.
up selling it for 2,700. I mean 27,000 in a month and a half. So I made $24,000 in a month and a half.
That's awesome, bro. You can't beat that. I mean, what stock is going to give you that type of a performance?
But this is even better. It was in I keep all the cryptos in my self-directed IRA. So I don't pay tax until I turn 65.
Beautiful.
How do you like that? How do you like
Thanks
them?
to is that thanks to our boys at Perpetual Assets?
Exactly. Yes. Everybody.
Folks, why are everybody sitting on the fence? You're sitting there with your dumb 401k, and I'm not giving you any financial advice here, But for the love of God, diversify. Put your destiny in your hands, lest you wake up one day and your 401k becomes a 101k, and then you're wondering what Bix and V was saying.
Yes. Perpetual Assets. Call Perpetual Assets. The number is 888-281-2630.
Absolutely. And you're helping guys like Bix and myself.
Yeah, call and you get to talk to Will or Gus over there.
Yep.
And you always you get to talk to Gus once a week with your Cuss with Gus, don't you?
It is an epic show of epic proportions, my friend. It is the tzatziki sauce that has been missing from alt media for this long.
Well, I'm headed down.
He is the gyro to my pita.
I don't want to hear about your pita. I'm headed down to San Diego, and I had to call Gus and find out when he was not going to be there so I can go to San Diego. I'm going to go hang out with Will and Gus's, I don't know, probably somebody's bachelor party in Italy, knowing Gus.
That's how my boy rolls.
God, baby. Out of control. Oh, speaking of out of control.
Yeah.
What's with what's her name? Kathy Griffin.
Well, it's just artistic expression. Did you hear what happened, man? Did you hear that Barron Trump?
Give us the whole story.
Well, she had this artist created basically a replica of Trump's head, which she then covered with fake blood and pretended to do like a beheading video, ISIS style, and holding this decapitated head up to the screen like it's some sort of a political, statement.
She does know this is against the law, doesn't she?
I don't think this idiot does, and I don't think anybody in the libtard media is going to back that up. I think the libtard media is actually, what are they doing? They're actually supporting the dumb crazy bitch.
Well, doesn't she work for CNN?
She does work for the Certainly Not News Network.
Have they fired her yet?
No. In fact, some of her panelists are like, well, I really don't care, and saying some of the most stupidest things I've ever heard, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think Trump. I think the Secret Service should throw the book at her. I think it's what is it, 5 years in prison for threatening a president?
It is, and I don't think
up to 5 years.
Up to 5 years. I don't think the Secret Service has any balls to do it. After all, we had Snoop Dogg presenting to shoot the president on a rap video.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, and the Secret Service.
In jail. You gotta stop these retards from doing what they're doing. Just stick them in jail.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I just think nobody has the balls. No one has the political balls to do much of anything these days, especially the stupid Secret Service.
I don't think
you want them to assassinate the president. They're pretty good at doing that, though.
Yeah, I think Trump's gloves are off. I don't think he cares so much of whether or not she goes to jail. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, exactly, man. Have you seen the image?
I did see the image this morning. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Were you eating breakfast when you saw it?
No, it was after breakfast.
It was after breakfast. What did you have for breakfast anyway?
I had eggs this morning.
Nice.
Friday.
Cage free range.
Free range, my friend. I live in California. That's all we got.
That's awesome, dude. Free range is the way to go. Love free range. What do you pay for a carton
as opposed to the GMO eggs?
Yeah. Well, that's the concentration camp eggs.
Oh.
Those chicken coop concentration camps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, those are bad. Those are
they're horrible.
Bad. Yeah.
They're like yolks are like a neon yellow.
Well, there you go. There's your breakfast.
Yep, there it is.
All right, let's talk about
Trump is going to fire his staff as predicted.
Yeah, remember when Trump was hiring all these neocons? I'm like, just wait. Trump will hit a point where he fires them all and puts in the people he wanted to put in originally, because he knew whoever was in there was going to get a lot of heat.
Yeah.
And he was getting a lot of pressure to put the neocons in, and so he did. And now, I mean, the biggest guy I think the last guy he'll get out is Mnuchin. But Mnuchin has to go. His fat finger is on that mouse, clicking every day to rig the silver market, the gold market, the stock market, the currency markets. It's so easy to do from his laptop. Mm-hmm. He probably has an iPad that he rigs the markets from.
Why has it got to be an iPad for?
All you have to do is be connected to the internet. So he could probably do it on his cell phone. He could, set the price of silver down at $15 and price of gold under $1,000 with on his iPhone, a little click of a button. That's how easy it is to rig these markets.
Yeah. No,
If
it's incredible.
if you're trading computers and derivatives, like my video was this morning, I went through the COMEX and the LBMA, what they did in March. COMEX, 88 billion ounces of electronic silver were sold in March.
Of course, there's 88 billion ounces of silver floating around the world right now. That makes perfect sense to me, Bix. I don't know why you're panicking.
That's nothing. On the LBMA, it was 150 billion.
Completely normal. There's 150 billion ounces of silver floating around at any given day.
No, it wasn't March. It was the March numbers. They give you the average daily volume, and you times those by the month of March, and then you times it by 12, and it gives you 88 billion ounces, and which is ridiculous. And then the LBMA, I did it by, they averaged 200 million ounces of physical silver that is transferred every single day.
That's totally normal. You and I both know there's just that much silver just floating around any given day.
But that's not even it. That's the net transfers. The gross transfers are at least 3 times that. So that's
that's completely normal.
It's gotten so ridiculous and
nothing to see here, folks.
No. And but just comparing the volumes on the LBMA, the old monthly average daily volume was well under 200 million ounces per day, and now it's over. So something's going on. If you believe that the LBMA is a physical market like the CFTC and the CME and all the regulators.
It is a physical market because there's physical people there.
Yeah. So if it's a physical market, how come there's more and more silver? I mean, hundreds of millions of ounces more trading every day.
Because
where'd they find all this silver? How many truckloads is 200 million ounces of silver?
That's a lot of truckloads, bro. I'm not going to front. I mean, I was one time moving, 17,000 ounces for a client, and that was a tremendous load. My buddy in Hong Kong did 110 metric tons. That was a tremendous amount of a load. So I can't imagine how many billions of ounces of silver you're talking about. I can't even fathom that.
That's the thing. I mean, you put these numbers together, and so the LBMA over the last 3 or 4 months has averaged 200 million net transfers. Gross transfers would be 600 million. Physically moved every day. No, they say, no, it's just put in somebody else's name. Well, do those count as real transfers? If you go back and forth to the same people 99% of the time, JP Morgan trading with Scotia, Makata trading with Deutsche Bank, and it's all for the same account, just shuffling paper back and forth. It's criminal what they're doing.
Well, it's how the bullion banks are working these days. But one bullion bank wants to sell, let's just say, 100 tons of gold and 10 tons of silver to another bank. Nothing leaves the Bank of England vault. It just sits there, supposedly. It's there. Like you and I both know there's nothing in that Bank of England vault.
The transactions happen to set the price every day.
Right, and all that's happening is just a change in the ledger book. So it's basically, JP Morgan calling up Scotia Makata and saying, "Hey, Scotia, you want 110 metric tons? Yeah, sure. What's it valued at? X amount of money. Okay, fantastic. We'll take it. All right." And then Scotia just erases whatever they have and add 110 metric tons on their ledger books. Meanwhile, no gold has left any vault.
The very next day, they sell it back the very next day.
Exactly, and meanwhile, no gold has left a single vault anywhere in the world.
Nope.
It's the most ridiculous thing in the world, man.
Yep. But it's the world we live in.
It is. It's stupidity.
I was talking to a guy today about, he's asking me whether to invest in silver or the cryptos. I said, well, the cryptos are going to continue to run because they're less manipulated, but you don't want to be caught out of position in silver when the silver rocket takes off because it'll happen instantaneously.
Yeah.
That silver, when silver manipulation ends, probably when the banks crash, when silver manipulation ends, you're going to be the beneficiary of 150 years of price suppression,
I can't even imagine, man.
going
What
all the way back to the opium wars.
I have to ask you this, and I think it's we've been running this show for almost we're coming up to our 1 year anniversary, Bix.
What is that? Our paper anniversary? Is it our silver anniversary?
It's our physical anniversary.
Oh, okay.
It just
But
doesn't sound
does
right.
that mean we get to see you, E?
You get to see me. I'll wear something nice for you, I promise. On that
Okay.
day. All
Thank
right.
you.
Why don't you explain to the crowd, man, real quick, why silver? Again, just so people can hear it again. Why silver? Why is it so valuable? Why is it the banker's bane of existence?
Truthfully, I have forgotten the 4,000 reasons that I have said for people to buy silver. Now it just comes down to one very simple reason, is that there's 150 years of price suppression. I mean, you could say, yeah, it's the best conductor of electricity. It is the best reflective metal. It's the only metal that they use in smart bombs as far as guidance systems. You can name like 1,000 different things about silver that it is a use case for silver. And then, oh, by the way, it's also a monetary metal. So there's two reasons right there. You can say, I'm going to invest in gold because I don't believe the dollar is going to stay strong. That's a sound reason to invest in gold. It's a monetary metal. Silver has been used as money for many, many centuries longer than gold. Silver is the people's money. So silver has that dual case. Now, the Bank of England tried to demonetize silver starting in the 1850s with the Opium Wars, and they were able to do it over these 150 years. Pretty much, they took silver out of circulation, and all the silver that's ever been mined, it is still on planet Earth, but 90% of it has been used up and put into little tiny pieces in cell phones in some junkyard somewhere. So you're not going to get that silver back into circulation. Right now, there's about 6 billion ounces of physical gold in the world that has been mined, and there's about 6 billion ounces of physical silver in the world. But the silver to gold ratio is at about 75 to 1.
Which is way off from any sort of historical normalcy.
Historical normalcy doesn't even count anymore, because back when the ratio was 12 to 1 or 15 to 1, there was 15 ounces of silver above ground to every 1 ounce of gold. Now there isn't. Now it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And silver is even more valuable because it's used in all these other high-tech technologies that we have, adopted over the last 100 years. So, I mean, the story, it should be exactly the opposite. It should be a 1 to 75 ratio, where 1 ounce of silver equals 75 ounces of gold.
There you go.
So says Big Weir.
1 ounce of silver equals 75 ounces of gold.
Exactly. Yes, because silver is so much more valuable than gold. And I'm not even going to get into the secret gold mines all around the world, and Yamashita's gold and the Nazi gold. I mean, there's just so many provable deposits of gold out there.
Hey, this just in. Scotty Potty just pulled ad support from Kathy Griffin, the producer par excellence. CJ just reported that towards me. So the advertiser's trying to pull on this crazy psycho bitch.
She was the spokesman for Squatty Potty?
Yes, Squatty Potty.
Squatty, not Scotty.
I'm sorry, not Scott. I mean, there is a company called Scotty's Potties, but I got to mix them. Squatty Potties.
Have you ever seen the video advertisement for Squatty Potty, the first one?
Oh, it's brilliant with the little unicorn.
The unicorn pooping colored ice cream.
It's amazing.
That thing has got millions of views. It is brilliant. Yes.
Dude, between that and the potpourri or potpourri.
Oh yeah.
That commercial where the lady has to go take a dump, but she's really embarrassed because it really stinks. So she uses this thing to spray in the toilet, mass odors. Brilliant advertisement. I don't know the ad guys who came up with the Squatty Potty, which I want to buy, by the way. I think it's brilliant.
Oh, you don't have one yet?
No, do you have one?
Oh, of course.
I just usually just go out into the zoo where I
I got
usually
I
hang
got
out.
the wooden one. There's a plastic one and a wooden one.
Do they have one that's silver?
No, not yet.
Oh, oh yeah.
There's not enough silver to make them. So
Well,
anyway, before I was so
according to the LMBMA, there's plenty of silver.
before I
Yeah.
was so rudely interrupted by Mr. Squatty Potty.
I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to throw that in there. Squatty Potty has ended complete ad support for Griffin. You may not continue. Sorry.
That's great, but when's CNN gonna fire her? I think when are
I
we
I
gonna
I
fire
don't know.
CNN needs to go away.
I mean, think about this. I mean, Bill O'Reilly makes a true statement that Maxine Waters' hair looks like she borrowed it from James Brown. That wig that she borrowed from James Brown.
Is that why he
It's
got
an
fired?
absolutely, and he gets fired for that.
Did he get fired for that? I think it
What
was
did he get fired for?
some pedophile stuff that was going to come out.
Yeah, CNN did terminate her contract as well.
Oh, they did. Oh, beautiful.
Woo-hoo! Good job,
Yes,
CJ.
she's done.
He's the brains of this operation.
He truly is. I'm just the talking head.
What else we got going on?
Crypto craziness, man. Your Ripple trade. What's that all about? Let's delve into that. We touched base on it a little bit in the beginning of the program, but let's get deep on cryptos, man.
People are waking up, and because silver and gold are not being allowed to trade freely, they're looking at these things called cryptocurrencies that are absolutely exploding in price. Many of them are bubble city. If they don't have a use, there's no use for them. So you've seen a lot of pullback in. I'm looking at like the 7-day chart on all the cryptos. Most of them are in the red by 25, 35, 45%. Because the first mini bubble of the cryptos has hit and now is gone, and we're into the next mini bubble session. I think this summer these things are going to go off the charts.
Yeah, I think
Ethereum, and some Bitcoin. That's my suggestion. Ripple is dead. Ripple. The problem with Ripple is that it's mainly a banker coin.
Yeah,
and bankers need to book profits at the end of each quarter. And there we're going to come a time very soon when the banks collapse and need to get any kind of money out of the system that they can. And if they have a couple $100 million in gains sitting in Ripple, which is now has an $8.5 billion market cap, they're going to suck it right out of Ripple. So I would not get in Ripple if you paid me. And they did pay me because I got in and got out and made some good money on Ripple. Thanks to Cliff High.
There you go.
I should take him out for dinner or buy him a new part for his RV.
That's a great idea. What do you give a gift to a man that has everything?
I don't know.
I don't know either, man. I don't know.
I'll think of something. It has to be something cool.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be something
quite
cool.
techie stuff. Maybe some new night vision goggles.
You and your night vision goggles. How about you buy him a solar scooter?
There you go.
Do one of your electric scooters, your solar generated power cell.
They're cool. I love those things.
I'm jealous between that and I'm like living vicariously through you. By the way,
you should. And my drone.
Yeah, between that and your drone.
I've been flying it and I can't figure out the controls because it's on you put your cell phone in the controller.
Yeah.
And I have a case on my cell phone. I need to pull the case off, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just can't get the hang of it. So I bought the goggles, which basically you put this thing over your head and it's like you're in the cockpit. And you just
so it's like VR.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's awesome, bro.
I know that they're like they just released them. I think mine ships on my birthday, July 4th.
Dude, you're a Cancer?
I'm a Cancer, yeah.
So am I, bro.
When's your birthday?
July 16th.
There you go.
Wow.
What are you going to turn 21 finally?
Don't tell the audience. Yes, I'm going to turn 21. I'll be finally legal to drink. So I'm looking for 21 in gorilla years, which will make me 38 in human years. Approaching the big 4-0, bro.
I'm getting to 53.
Get the hell out of here. You're 52?
I'm 52. Yeah.
Dude, you look like you're in your 40s. You look great.
You should see me these days. I'm growing out my beard, and it's all gray.
Yeah, I seen the videos. I was going to suggest you shave it and leave the goatee.
I that's what I told my wife, and she's like, no, 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 no. I like it. Keep it going. Of course, she's like, can't you grow it out faster? No, it's not something you can just, a little chia pet on there. And
do you get like itchy if you let it growing? Because I try to grow this
yeah.
beard thing going. I get itchy, man.
Absolutely. My face itches all the time right now. This is the worst stage. It's got to get to a point where it's not like poking you as it's growing.
Yeah. I get irritated and I want to either trimming it or shaving it off. So I don't know. I'm dealing with stubble now.
You're dealing with stubble.
Ugh.
So yeah, the cryptos. I mean, if you're a trader, you're having a field day with all these cryptos.
Hey,
if you want to get into the cryptocurrencies because you think it's a great technology for the future, buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then do your homework on the rest.
That's it. And if you want to have fun, buy yourself a drone. But hey, I have something else. How about a spinner? I bought one of those trendy spinners.
What's that?
It's those things that you just spin and you hold and just spins and spins and spins like a little toy.
Like getting dizzy?
Yeah, it just spins, man.
That's like the teacups at Disneyland.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it just spins. It just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning around.
There you go. There's your viral video.
There it is. Just me holding one of these things spinning. There it is.
It can go so fast that we can't even see your face and we can't see what you look like except this big hairy mob going around in a circle.
That's it. Brilliant idea. I love it. Favorite cryptos, man, besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, what are your favorite other cryptos? Do you like Monero?
That's a good one for like the privacy issues. But Cliff has some recommendations in his report, and I suggest everybody buy his report if they're interested. But I'm not really a trader guy. I would rather make the right call, do the research, make the right call, make my purchase, make sure I get it offline into my own hands, and then sit and wait until I needed to sell it to, buy a yacht or something. Not that I'd buy a yacht. An RV. I want to get an RV. I want to be like Cliff. That's the thing.
You want to get an RV? Yeah, you should get an RV, man. Go drive around the country.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
That's the plan. Of course, it won't be for a few years. I got, kid in school and one off to Spain, believe it or not.
For the soccer stuff?
Yeah, he's playing soccer in Spain.
That's it. Your son is the next. What's that famous guy?
Messi?
Ronaldo? No.
Ronaldo, yeah.
What's his name? Francesco Ronaldo? No, that's the pizza sauce.
Ronaldo. They only go by one name. Ronaldo and Messi and Weir.
Something, yeah, one of those guys, man. He's gonna be one of those. He's gonna be a footballer, bro. He's gonna probably live out there in Europe.
Yeah, he's gonna do well. He's good.
Dang, that's awesome.
He blew off.
On the European reality show, footballers and their wives.
Dude, you know how much money they pay?
Dude, they make more money than American athletes. They're ridiculous.
By far. Well, it's because it's the only sport they have. They lump all the salaries. So imagine football, baseball, and basketball salaries all lumped into one and give to one sport. That's what soccer is in Europe.
It's huge, man. I mean, you look at Arsenal, right? Arsenal is like the club is worth how much? Like 10 billion?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just asinine.
What about Real Madrid or Barcelona?
Yeah, exactly. They're worth billions, these clubs.
Hundreds of billions.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like one of the most profitable baseball teams, like the New York Yankees. I think the Yankees are worth like what? Like, 3 billion, 5 billion, or something like that?
I have no idea.
Something like that. It's not even as much as these soccer teams, man.
No, because that's the only sport. And other than the United States, pretty much the rest of the world has one sport, soccer.
Yeah,
maybe
true.
Ping pong in China.
Oh, yeah, ping pong in China is huge. What about cricket? Cricket's huge.
Not as big as soccer.
No, nowhere. Nothing as big as soccer.
Maybe in India. India cricket is gigantic.
It's crazy over there, man. A lot of places, and the Caribbean. Oh, they go crazy for cricket.
Yeah, I think they go more crazy for soccer though.
They do.
So yeah, that's his plan is to be a soccer player.
Wow, that's kick ass, man.
I know, but he turned down every college in the United States. I'm like, really? You gonna turn these down? Really?
Good for him.
Free ride?
That's right. Yeah, free ride over there. Well, let him follow his heart, man.
Oh, definitely.
That's it.
Yeah. That's my parenting style. Do what you want, kid. That way you don't blame me later in the future.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, that could have been great. Well, I didn't hold you back.
All right, man. Crypto to silver ramifications.
Well,
man.
yeah, here's something that is what I've been kind of noodling over in my head. When silver is cut free from manipulation, and I think when the banks crash this time, like they did in 2008, it'll be much bigger and it'll be complete. And at some point during that process, silver will be released from manipulation, and everybody and their mother's going to try to get their hands on it. I'm wondering what it would do with the cryptocurrency prices, because a lot of the crypto people were ex-silver people, and because they're looking for a way around the old system. And if they see that silver's finally being cut loose, they're going to start selling some of that cryptocurrency to buy silver, and they won't be able to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
So just imagine the price spike we'll see when the crypto money comes flooding into the silver market. Because there's hundreds of cryptocurrencies, but there's really only two monetary metals, silver and gold.
Right.
And most of the crypto guys are not necessarily gold people at all. They're silver guys. Frustrated silver people that went into the cryptos. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Although, if a lot of these crypto billionaires now really think about it, and they've been fighting the argument of why the cryptos make good money, they should be cashing in a little bit of that crypto money just in case there's some crypto issues or crypto problems, and buying silver at these low prices of $17.
Yeah,
That's my suggestion to the crypto billionaires.
I think it's a great suggestion, man. I think it makes sense as a plan. It really truly does.
I'm doing it. I mean, every time I tried to keep a 50-50 ratio in my portfolio of cryptos to silver, but I can't because the cryptos are rising so fast. But I'm buying silver. I'm a silver buyer. And I did sell some silver to buy cryptos a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm making good moves, man.
You're killing it, bro. You're killing it. You're making a killing. You're doing your thing. You're kicking ass. You're taking names, man.
But silver at $17 is a steal. Go silver in your own possession.
It's a gift. It's a gift at that price, man.
Scoop it up. Get your truck. Go to your local dealer and load up the truck.
I agree, sir. I agree. What else is on your radar, my man?
Been really busy. Road crazy busy. I haven't been getting to my book. I'm writing a book on the Grand Canyon gold, and I've done most of the research. I need to do some on-site research at some point this summer. And I pretty much narrowed down where that gold is. But as a friend of mine said, you're not going to be able to get in there and see it. You know that because it's guarded and heavily guarded. All kinds of places within the Grand Canyon you're not allowed to go. And but I think I've narrowed it down, and I can get close enough to get some photos and get some good data. And looking forward to that. And then just trying to keep up with the cryptos and all the Road to Ruta stuff, the video stuff. I'm doing like 2 videos a day now. Just like you. You're doing about 2 a day, aren't you?
2, 3, 4, some days 10. I mean, CJ, how many videos are we doing in a week, dude?
2 minutes. No. Probably at least 15, 16, depending on the interview schedule.
Yeah.
It's an amazing form of communication that I did not take advantage of until this year, truthfully.
And the only reason why I don't show my face is because
you're too good looking.
That's what it is, man. I'm I don't want to shock people with my stunning, swarthy good
You're
looks.
trying to get the message across, and it would all your guests
would just get in the way.
Get in the way of their message, because all the girls would be drooling over V.
And some of the men as well in this day and age.
Oh, welcome to California.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I for YouTube, it's a bummer they're demonetizing a lot of the stuff. Yeah, it's weird because it depends. partially on the topic you're dealing with.
Yeah.
They won't even tell you either because your little monetization thing is still there. You'll just notice that they're not showing no commercials on certain videos that you do. Like if you talk about Trump or Seth Rich or Pedagate or anything like that, they're gonna not monetize, and they're not gonna tell you, and they're not gonna say anything. But you won't see any commercials showing up on your YouTube things, and then you'll get your little statement from YouTube, and it'll say, "Oh, this video that got 30,000 views made $1.75."
Yep. It's terrible to see how the algos are running, man. I've seen everybody. I mean everybody in the movement, along with ourselves as well. Everybody's struggling right now. Everybody's treading water, but we keep doing what we're doing.
Getting the message out. That's
it. That's it. We're doing it just to get the message out, to get the information out there. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. And as long as we have that, and that's why I tell people, it's like, if you have a YouTube channel or something like that, or you're an established player, don't give up. Just keep plugging away. Maintain your audience, because at the end of the day, that audience is worth it. And I'm telling you,
the other thing that will happen is at some point the truth will come out too.
Yeah,
and when
absolutely.
the truth comes out, the alt media are going to be the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God you exposed the truth, and the mainstream media are all in jail now. But we had you back in the day, and you fought the fight. Yep. Blah blah blah.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And with that being said, bro, I guess we're at the end of the show, man. Why don't you give out your closing comments, how people can follow you, your social media, your YouTube channel, and all the great work you're doing over there at Road to Ruta.
roadtoruta.com. Go check it out. You get a free book just for signing up. Free book. There's actually 2 free books. There's a book right on the top too. My first 2 books. They're PDF downloads. And come check it out. Lots of exciting things. And the YouTube channel that I'm posting to almost daily, pretty much daily now. Check it out, like it, send it to your friends, and subscribe.
There you go. And you can follow us, folks, at Rogue Money, at the Rogue Money on Twitter, roguemoney.net, which is the website, and Rogue Money Facebook. Also, you check us out on the Apple News, Rogue Money. And we're on every podcasting thing out there on both Google and iOS. I'm sorry, both Android and iOS. So just type in Rogue Money and we're there. We're everywhere you want us to be. And with that being said, I give it over to the main man, CJ, to take it away, buddy.